And just like that, we're back again with another update on XRP. Let's take a look at what's happening and, of course, what we could be expecting as we are going further into the weekend. So yeah, if you're looking across the board, some coins are rebounding a little bit, but again, guys, nothing to be getting overly excited about. Something I've been discussing on the channel pretty much day in, day out for you guys at this point since, this major pullback has happened. Looking at the price of XRP though, $2.38. We're up about 2% in Bitcoin comparative. The valuation 142.5 billion and the 24-hour trading volume sitting at about $10.3 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, Bitcoin has closed above $100,000 for 156 days in a row. So Bitcoin still did not break below $100,000, which is a good sign. But if we drop below $100,000, that is where we could be in a little bit of a danger zone, in my opinion. Again, a lot of people have their own personal opinion as to what's going on with this major crash that we did see. One of the biggest crash, if not the biggest liquidation, in the crypto space. A lot of people are frustrated as to what's going on. But in my thoughts, as I said, it's clear manipulation. I think it was to shake out a lot of the retail, and that actually did end up happening. We have seen a huge amount of retail getting wiped out from this move. Some people calling this to the start of the new 4-year cycle. I personally think the 4-year cycle is still in play. I don't think the market has even this of course has seen the market flush happen, but you could see this for yourself. Post-crash recovery begins. Historically, new trending periods tend to emerge 30 days after major crashes, which puts us early November to see market push towards the upside. People have already forgotten. October's still not over. There's still a lot of days left till the month of October is done. A lot can still end up happening. I personally still think we have not seen the top of this market cycle, but it definitely is a very, very strange, cycle. Hence, we talk about how history doesn't necessarily need to repeat itself, but Bitcoin still holding, above, this $100,000 price point, which we obviously want to be paying very, very close attention to. But again, let me know in the comments what you guys personally think, but let's watch this video of, Tom Lee and see what he says. So let's come back to that right now.
Do you want to see the market not end on its lows? We're not on our lows right now.
Well, it's Friday, and it's a long weekend. So as you know, a lot of people like to shut down their computers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we might see the market close on its lows. But to me, I don't think it's a signal. As you know, markets rarely bottom on Fridays anyway. So maybe Monday is the flush, but then that's the buying opportunity.
So as we could tell, Tom Lee in this video is pretty much stating that due to obviously the long weekend, he thinks Monday might be another flush for the market. And if you've been listening to my updates throughout the last 48 hours, I've been talking about how some people are calling, oh yeah, this is it, we're done. But I don't think the pain is done. Bitcoin is nowhere near where it needs to be. And usually this wick does tend to fill in. And I personally think Bitcoin is going to try to actually fill this wick in. The next major support line for Bitcoin is at around $107,000. If we get back to that range and drop below it, it's not unrealistic to be looking out for this key range that I'm talking to you guys about. So pretty much what I'm trying to imply here is that we could still see more downside. I don't think, the downside is over. I still think we could see, this wick filling in, and then maybe, we start recovering from there on. But let me know in the comments what your personal thoughts are. But I do somewhat agree with, Tom Lee. Tom Lee thinks that, Monday is going to be another flush, which could still be in play, very likely because, of course, it's a long weekend. CME futures are closed. This could still end up happening to, actually shake out a lot of these weekends, which again I think we've already seen a majority of that happening. But Again, we need to be paying very close attention to this. And right now, the price of Bitcoin is sitting just below the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. Bulls and the bears are having a battle. We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what your personal thoughts are. But take a look at this. The final total for record XRP long liquidation comes to $610.5 million. Let that sink in. That is big numbers here. But take a look at this. Bitwise, Franklin, 21 shares, Wisdom Tree, Grayscale, and Canary file a S1 amendments for spot XRP ETFs. And I know people don't really care about the spot ETF conversations right now because of the fact that, this retracement is what a lot of people are focusing on. And that's the reality, but we need to be taking a closer look at, the institutional demand is not done yet. And, the retail interest might be very, very low. Even prior to this pullback, I stated to you guys before, retail was nowhere near to be seen. Like, yes, obviously people that have been accumulating for a long time, the retail that was already, looking at crypto on a day-to-day basis, or the ones that were holding, that's pretty much it. But new capital flowing in, that was not the case. But now, maybe people that were sidelined could actually enter the crypto space. But the question is whether or not, these people still even have money to deploy into the crypto space. So that's where, the things really get interesting. But if you're looking at the dominance, it is starting to pick up, as you can see for yourself. Sitting at about 60.5%. We were sitting at 60% yesterday, but again, almost a percent increase because we were sitting at about 60.78% just not too long ago. Bitcoin, on the other hand, as I said, sitting below the 23.6, and right now, the $107,000, something we want to be paying attention to. Dropping below here, I think takes us back down to the low that we set for ourselves, which means Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher, in my opinion, and altcoins could still see a little bit more pain in the upcoming days ahead of us. If you're looking at XRP sitting below the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. Again, a great buying opportunity for long-term accumulators. Again, from its all-time high, you still... that's a 55% move from where we currently are. And we're sitting below the 38.2 FIB support line, which is crazy to think about. So in terms of an accumulation standpoint, I'm sure the long-term XRP holders have the opportunity here for us. And I do believe, the market will rebound. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen in the next day or so. It's going to take some time for us to, recover, unless, of course, Donald Trump comes and makes a mega bullish statement. Then you could see this being short-lived, but I still do think that we are going to see some choppy levels specifically for Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to find a ground for itself. It needs to stabilize itself. Until then, we want to be paying very close attention to what happens to altcoins. And right now, the price of XRP is sitting below the 38.2. We're sitting just in the 0.50, and obviously right now some of the support line to be watching out for could be around the $2.26. That is something we want to be paying very close attention to. That itself is a move of about another 4 or 5% from where we currently are. So like I said, next few days there still could be some pain. Again, we got to take it one step at a time. Remember to stay away from leverage trading platforms. Remember to lock in profits when you see them. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, and also follow me on X, link in the description box below. And we'll take it from there. Let me know your personal thoughts. Again, as I stated, I personally think we still have not seen the 4-year cycle or ending yet. I think, yes, we saw this major flush, but I still do believe there will be a recovery. I still think Q4 is going to end on a bullish note. I know it's a crazy thing to hear right now, and again, I'm just sharing my personal opinion, but that does not mean over the next day or two. We'll see what happens. I still think Bitcoin might try to push back towards some of these lower levels, and then I think we will start to recover. But we don't want to drop below $100,000. That's something we want to pay very close attention to. Obviously, the $100,000, huge liquidity around there. But I'll keep you guys covered. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.